What's up? This is going to be your weekly reading, Gemini, for August the 5th through the 11th, 2019. So this will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Risings, and Venus signs. Or whatever signs. Actually, it could be Mercury, it could be Mars and Gemini, whatever. Whatever resonates with you, this reading is for you, potentially. Depending on where your vibration is and where you are within your journey, this may be for you at this time, or it may not be for you. So only take what may apply with you and leave whatever messages may not apply. The only way that you'll ever truly know if a reading is meant for you is by getting a personal one. So if you guys are interested in booking me for a personal reading, you guys can check in the description box below the link to my website to set up a booking or purchase a reading, and email me to set up your booking date and time. If you have questions, you guys can also email me about my availability and how the readings work or whatever if you have a question. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, number one. You have card number 1. You have card number 14. You have number 32. Okay. I get creative energies right away with this. This stands out to me. So you guys may be an artist. Some of you guys may be thinking about getting into some form of arts. If you guys are a writer, even more so, I get some of you may write children's books, or maybe this is, you questioning whether you should write for children, if you should share a story based off of your childhood or something like that. I'm getting acting, screenplays, all kind of different stuff. So you guys could be a part of these types of arts, or you guys are thinking about it. And if you're thinking about it, I feel like this is a good time to put forth your desires and your goals. Take one step at a time, whatever you feel like is the step that you need to take, or you're guided to do that. And believe yourself. I feel also there's a lot about inspiration from children or your childhood that comes up, period. This could also be you reinventing yourself, and you may be looking at the past. I do see transmutation with this card as well. So you could be shedding yourself, shedding old identities. Try to say shedding and old at the same time. When I channel like it's I'm trying to formulate this. I get that you are shedding your skin, your identity, you're releasing and letting go of old energies. The Fool card. So this artist that makes these decks, Shiro Marchetti, if I'm pronouncing his name right, his 3 versions of the Fool card are at the bottom right here. So this represents you starting fresh and starting over, and plus the card is number 1. So I do see a heavy shift in your life. And what's funny is you have number 14 and number 32, which both in numerology would equal 5. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and 3 plus 2 is 5. And that is major shifts and major changes. So also with change, with letting and go, releasing and ending comes a new beginning. So I definitely see that. Some of you may be going through a process of an awakening and coming into your own, or coming into your truth in some way, or coming into an aspect of yourself, or awakening an aspect of yourself that maybe was hidden, or this could be creatively as well. So take what resonates. Let's look at the tarot. Let's see what the tarot has for you. Gemini, August 5th through 11th, 2019. What are the energies? What are the energies surrounding those born under the sign of Gemini? Two of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, Palace of Pentacles or Coins. It's a bonus card in this deck. The King of Swords, which could be you. Page of Coins or Pentacles. It's 3 of Cups. Oh, sorry, the 2. Sorry, I always say the 3 of Cups with this card. The 2 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the Hierophant card, which is the Faith card in this deck. And I'm going to pull one more. I take the cards that stick out or stand out to me. So the Two of Swords. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Gemini, you have the Two of Wands as your energy where you are, or what you represent this month, or this week, sorry. Keep saying the month. This week. So I do get that this is a transition for you. You're going through a transitional phase right now. So it could also be that you're making some sort of decisions, or whatever your decision is regards to a path or a journey, or just where you want to lead your life from this point on. With the Nine of Pentacles, some of you are having a hard time with standing in this place of independence in some sort of way or some area of your life, because it is requiring you to stand on your own. And Geminis usually are independent people. I don't know too many Geminis that are codependent, really. Or need a lot of people around them. Not that they don't enjoy it or they don't like it, but usually they're standalone type of people. But I get that this is a challenge for you, and it could be because you're breaking free from some sort of connection. The Two of Cups is at the bottom. I'll get to that in a minute. But I also feel, because you have a lot of twos, you have the Two of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So there is something about separation, and it doesn't have to be romantically. It could be family, it could be friends. So it could also be separating from an aspect of yourself that you're not really so up in arms about. You're trying to make peace with where you are. And that could be within your material world. That could be within how you see yourself. That could be with your finances, your career, that type of thing. So it could be time to branch off in some sort of sense, that maybe you feel like you're not ready. You're questioning yourself. With the Temperance card, the Temperance card represents timing and patience even. It could also represent healing, alchemy. So I do see that what's happening right now is that through, I feel like this is kind of past tense with the Temperance, but it could be just the process that you're in, that you've spent a lot of time healing or going through this alchemy, this process, as you're coming into this new energy. So that does include healing, that does include releasing, that does include some sort of transmutation. You have two separate types of elements. You have water and fire, and this rainbow energy. So I get that you may have come from a challenging time, though you may have a good, a good face and not show it to the world or show it to people close to you. You may do a good job at hiding some of your challenges, and some of you guys may, this could be in your environment or work environment. Some of you guys may be outgrowing a living situation. Some of you may be outgrowing a career or job, or whatever the case may be. With the Palace of Coins, that represents some sort of material environment. So it could be home, your neighborhood, your hometown. It could be, like I said, a work environment. Could also represent a financial institution, but I'm more so, or even an educational institution. But something about outgrowing this, and this is what this is about. It's almost like an 18-year-old leaving home for the first time or going off to college. That's the type of vibe that I get. And it doesn't have to be that's literally the situation, but it's like you're coming out of some sort of comfort zone that you've known maybe all of your life, with the King of Swords. So what's behind you is that I feel like you have the wisdom or the discernment to know what you need to do moving forward. Maybe something has already presented itself to you with the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Coins, or whatever, whichever one is the same. You've been presented with some sort of offer, and it could have something to do with finances. Maybe you've been offered to relocate for a job or to move. And it's a big decision because it requires you to leave some things behind, or you know that it's time for you to move out, or you know that it's time to leave a job or to leave a relationship for some of you. Because where you're at right now with the Two of Cups is that you do want some sort of balance within yourself with the Two of Cups, or it could be within others or your environment. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like this is more so yourself, because you've known all you have is what you've known, and I feel like this is some sort of truth or aspect about yourself, and you're leaving. So I do see some of you guys, it could be different situations or scenarios, but nonetheless I do see a potential offer that may be presenting itself or has presented itself to you that's going to require you to make a decision about what you want to do moving forward. It could be in regards to love, or it could be something that you love or something that you are heavily attached to. Then you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords also represents some sort of deceptive energy. I feel like what's influencing this is some sort of secret. So you may not be sharing this information with other people. This could be something, information that you're hiding. This is Aquarius and the moon in Aquarius. So if you're into astrology, you can look what that means or look that up. But for some reason, I'm getting more so that someone is withholding information and only giving parts of it because maybe you don't have all the information yet, or you know that you want to wait till a little more time passes, or some of you guys may be planning to move away and you're not ready to tell people yet, or ready to leave a job and you're not ready to let everybody know at the office, or you're planning a breakup but you're not sure how you're going to do it. I feel like it's so many different things for you guys. With the Hierophant or the Faith card in this deck, I feel like your fear is that there's some fear of like morals or doing the wrong thing, or going against something, going against your faith or your belief, or going against a promise, or going against some sort of commitment you've made. And I feel more so it could be family, it could be a job, it's some sort, it could even be religion or something like that. Some sort of belief is holding you back. And there's a fear about that. But your hope is that whatever you're faithful and believing in and have hope for and may have prayed about, is that you're safe. But I still feel like you have a decision to make at the end of the day that maybe you're prolonging, or you don't feel like it's the right time to make that decision. But Spirit is telling you, the Two of Swords, that you already have the wisdom that you seek as the King of Swords. You don't have to be a male or masculine Gemini for this to be you, the King of Swords. I feel like this represents the highest level. Excuse me. Yeah, some of you guys are not ready to say something that you need to say, because my throat got clogged up right away. And it's almost like you don't believe that, you got the information, or that you're wise enough to make this decision or something. So take what resonates. Let's look at your love energies. I'm going to use my relationship oracle cards for this. If you guys are interested in purchasing any of my decks, including this one, check the description box below for more information. And also keep in mind, Gemini, that you guys are all different. Your relationship statuses and situations are not going to be the same as the next Gemini. So please only take what resonates with you. Authenticity, November, February, yes. And reconciliation temporarily. So let's clarify these cards with the tarot just to get a little more in depth. Some of you guys, if you're not a sun sign Gemini, then you guys could be a sun sign born in November, or any sign born in November, a sun sign of anyone born in February. So Aquarius, Pisces for February. November, I believe, is Scorpio, Sagittarius. So you could be a sun sign, or you could be dealing with someone that's born in one of these months. If that's not, if you're not a Gemini sun sign. Let's see. Authenticity, November, February. Yes, and reconciliation temporarily. Please clarify these cards in the exact order as I pulled them. What does this mean? Eight of Swords. The Emperor, I feel like two cards wants to come out for this position. Seven of Pentacles. The World. Two of Swords. And the Empress. So Seven, or the Eight of Swords, is that you're fearing something. You're fearing being honest and real in regards to love, or if it's not romantic love, because sometimes my readings don't just highlight romantic love, it also goes into platonic connections and relationships. So it could be that you're afraid to be authentic with your loved ones, your relatives, or people just in your environment. You're putting yourself in this bubble and you're afraid to come out of it. I feel like there's something about being in your truth and being honest that you're afraid of, or communicating something, or it could be with a lover. Being vulnerable, you feel like you're being put in this stagnating position, or you're just second guessing yourself and you're putting yourself in this little bubble on your own, you know, on your own will. So I do see the challenge with this with November, an Emperor and Seven of Pentacles. So I see that the challenge for some of you is you're very comfortable in your independence for a lot of you. And I feel with November, maybe something significant took place in November. And it caused you to feel like, I feel like this has caused you to feel like you're on your own, and you've drawn very comfortable in your independence and calling your own shots. It could also be that you're dealing with someone born in November, and it could be that one or both of you are very independent, and it may also be like some sort of stagnation. One of you wants things to move in a certain direction, and one wants things to slow down and be, you know, go at a slow pace, and just, it's causing some sort of patience where maybe you don't feel like you have any, or you want to move towards something now, and maybe something in November is causing you to have to wait and be patient. Or someone else is having to be patient on you, and November could be very significant for some of you. But I just get that over time, you guys have been very independent and used to being on your own. So with the World card over February tells me that something significant took place in February as well. It could have been an ending. It could have also been a beginning of a new cycle. So some of you guys could have met someone in February. Some of you guys, maybe significant changes in all areas of your life. Something took place in February. Something very significant. Because it has all four elements: fire, earth, air, and water. Now, you guys could have traveled. Or Spirit is telling you, if your fear is like, should I see? Okay. I don't suggest this. Don't just take my advice, okay, with this, because this is a general reading and I want you guys to be safe. But if you're dealing with someone from a distance and you've never met in person and you're wondering whether you should meet this person, and it could be that you guys have set the date. Maybe the dates keep changing. Maybe it's because you're afraid to meet this person, or this person is afraid to meet up with you, or both of you guys are flaking out. So one minute it was, oh, we're supposed to meet up in February. No, let's do it in November, or vice versa, or the dates just keep switching. I feel like Spirit is telling you maybe to make a decision to either go, but for some it may not be that. Use your own discernment with this, you guys. If that's not the case, it could be that you've met someone that was very significant. And I feel like Spirit is telling you not to be afraid to approach this person. If you're afraid of long distance relationships, you feel like you're not capable of it, you feel like you're already comfortable and set in your ways, you know, you might have a pet or a dog, you're cool with that, you know, don't be afraid to try this out. Now, for others of you, I get that with the World card, this can also represent traveling and not being afraid to leave something behind, because some of you guys could be afraid to walk away from a situation. You're afraid to take a job opportunity because of someone or a loved one or friends or family may be holding you back, or you feel this way, or you just feel some sense of fear or guilt surrounding this. Spirit is saying yes, make a decision. Some of you guys already have made a decision with the Yes card and the Two of Swords. Whatever you're thinking in your mind to make a decision of, yes, more than likely that is for you. I feel like you have to be emotionally sure of, like, emotionally and mentally in sync with what your decision is. It can't be emotionally you're for something and then mentally you're against it. It's like you got to find balance. So reconciliation temporarily with the Empress card. Some of you guys may temporarily come together with someone, or whether it's for this travel, this long distance situation. For others of you, I get that there's some sort of parting with a mother figure or something. If you're asking whether or not you and a lover that you had a child with are going to reconcile, I get yes, but it's not going to last very long for many different reasons. And for some of you, it could be that a reconciliation is temporary. This is not going to resonate for everybody, so please do not get offended. But I'm getting that if you're dealing with someone who has a child, or a woman that they have a child with or they've been together with, and you're trying to reconcile with this person or come together, it's going to be very temporarily. And it may only just be for something frivolous or something quick. Doesn't seem like this is something stable. Some of you guys could be dealing with Libras. Some of you guys could be dealing with Tauruses. It could also be that you're dealing with an Aries as well. So take whatever resonates with you. This may or may not resonate with each and every one of you, but take what applies. Take only what applies to you. So let's pull a Romance Angels card as advice for y'all. And don't forget, you guys, to check out the description. Also, if you guys like this video, feel free to like it, share this video, or share this channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you guys have yet to. Alright, let's see advice for Gemini when it comes to their love situations. Separation. Yeah. Okay, time apart from your partner is on the horizon with playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun, or spirit of fun, to shine. So yes, some of you guys, your advice is that you are going to have to make this decision whether you're truly ready to branch out on your own and separate from people and things that you've known. And it's not to say that you don't care about these people, or you know, you're leaving them behind per se. It's more so that you're doing something that you feel guided to do. You're starting fresh, you're starting over for some of you. If this is about that long distance situation for some of you, yes, there is a separation, but Spirit wants you guys to have fun even within your separation, whether that's long distance or whatever the case may be. You might not be able to see each other as often as you want to or talk, but when you do, bring the lighthearted energy into it. Don't cause it to be this dense and low and this sad and pining after and this codependent, I can't be happy, or I can't live, or we're focusing on so much while we're separated rather than getting to know each other, rather getting closer and enjoying the time that we do have with each other. So that is what I'm getting. Take only what resonates with you. Much love as always, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Peace.